Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I've been away for a little bit and I'm really excited to get back into doing my astrological breakdowns. So, this video is going to be about what each sign can expect during this new moon that's happening in Cancer on July 14th. So if you follow me here, I'd encourage you to follow me on Instagram as well at Natalie R. Cox, because I posted a video on my Instagram about the Cancer new moon, and it's similar to this one, but it's a little bit different because it's on Instagram. So this is the full in-depth video, and let's go ahead and get into it. So, this new moon that's happening in the sign of Cancer, I'm encouraging everyone to work with. And for very simple reasons. And the first reason is because new moons take 6 months to culminate. So, whatever you start during this new moon that's happening in Cancer on July 14th, you will have 6 months to build and grow on whatever that new intention is that you started, and it's going to come to fruition during the Cancer full moon that's happening on December 23rd. So, December 23rd it's going to be in the thick of the holiday season, and it's also the closeout to the end of our calendar year. So, literally, just for very simple reasons, this is a new moon that you can work with, and it could be such a good new intention to begin that's going to come to fruition at the end of the year. It'll be a closeout to the end of your year. You will feel like you've achieved something, you'll feel proud of yourself, and you will feel ready for the next calendar year. So that's why I'm encouraging everyone to work with this new moon. And to get a little bit more technical, this new moon is happening in Cancer, and Cancer is a cardinal sign. Cardinal energy is initiative. It's about beginning new things. It's about drive. So this is a natural time because it's a new moon to start something new, but because it's in a cardinal sign, there is like an eagerness to begin something. So this is a really good time to really just be intentional with starting something new. And the last reason is because this new moon is conjunct Mercury Retrograde, and Mercury Retrograde gets a little tricky. Sometimes you hear not to really start anything new or get into anything new with Mercury Retrograde. However, I'm encouraging everyone to use this Mercury Retrograde, um, because what that means is that projects, ideas, careers, ways you made money, hobbies that you took, health routines that you partook in. Things from the past are coming back up to be revisited. So what this Mercury retrograde is doing, it's giving us another opportunity to refine something that we are already familiar with. And now I'm going to connect this to Cancer energy. Because this new moon's happening in the sign of Cancer, there's another era of the past, another energy of nostalgia for this new moon. Cancer rules over our childhood. It rules over the way we grew up, maybe the town, the city we grew up in. Um, it rules over things that we did during our childhood, where we come from, our roots, and it also rules over mothers and maternal figures in our lives. So there's this energy of familiarity, of being potentially comfortable with something. So it's a really good time to pick up something that we did in the past, and that kind of gives us a bit of ease when getting back into it because we're familiar with it. It's something um, that could potentially have bring up good memories because it was from the past. So with the knowledge you have now, go ahead and start that new thing that's coming up that may be related to past ideas, past projects, whatever it may be. This Cancer new moon is the perfect time to refine whatever that is. So, I will go into what each sign can expect for this new moon. And this is going to be very intuitive. So, Aries rising. Remember, you always want to look at your rising sign when you are navigating these new and full moons. So, Aries rising, this is happening in your fourth house of home. So, it's going to be a very, very childhood infused new moon for you. It may be regarding where you grew up, the old house you grew up in, the neighborhood, the city, whatever that is. It may be around your current home. You may be, infusing your home with decorative elements that you liked when you were a kid. You may be making your home feel a little bit more nostalgic, um, because you're bringing in elements that reminded you of your childhood. And you may even be like designing a home, um, that is like a vintage and antique aesthetic. And this also could be about maybe living in an older home. And just know that the home life is going to be really big for you during this new moon. So set that new intention this new moon, and know that if there's nostalgia from your past that wants to come into how you decorate your home, how you um, how you bring in new energy into your home, trust that the past and your childhood is going to be a theme right now. So, Taurus rising, this new moon is happening in your third house of communication, early childhood learning, and siblings and neighbors, and also short distance travel. So, one thing that I think could pop up for Taurus risings is that maybe in the past you your form of transportation was walking, or taking the bus, or driving, or riding your bike. You may be picking up a old method of transportation to use during this new moon. Maybe you loved to ride your bike to work, or ride your bike um, to your friend's house, whatever. Maybe you loved riding your bike as a form of transportation, and the good memories you have around doing that could encourage you to pick that up right now. You may also be communicating about your childhood with your siblings. You guys could be reminiscing on old times. And I think that's a good way to connect with your siblings right now. And you may also be connected to your neighbors. Same thing, reminiscing in, maybe you grew up in a neighborhood where everyone has lived there for like the past decade, past 2 decades, and it's a moment where everyone's coming together to reminisce on everyone's childhood. And the last one could be, you may be thinking about things that you really liked to learn about, or really stuck with you when you were in your early education. So kindergarten, if you remember that far back, elementary school, middle school, high school. You may be remembering certain teachers, certain subjects that really sparked your interest, and you may be finding inspiration in picking up those interests again. So, next we have Gemini Rising, and Gemini Rising, this new moon is happening in your second house of self esteem and earned income. So, for this new moon, I believe you can expect old ways that brought you self esteem. So, maybe you really liked to throw parties at your home. Maybe you really like to host at your home when you were younger, or in your childhood, or in your past. Maybe you have really fond memories of feeling safe at home, or any memories around things that you used to do that really made you feel good. You may be integrating that now into your daily life, and reminiscing on the things that you did in your childhood that really gave you like good self-esteem. And regarding earned income, this Cancer new moon can bring up old ways that you used to make money, and maybe past jobs, or past jobs that you used to do, or past jobs that you thought, I really wanted to get into that but I never did. Those may be coming back up right now to be revisited. And Cancer Rising, this new moon's happening in your first house. So, this new moon is all about your identity and your appearance. So, this new moon is going to be a really good time for you to pick up maybe past aesthetics, maybe past ways you used to dress, past ways you used to do your makeup, past ways you used to do your hair or present yourself. You may be feeling like you want to integrate things from your past, things from your childhood that really made you feel good, and just to embody it as you are now. And you may also be really nostalgic around what built your identity. Maybe there is a TV show when you're a child that you watched and you just admired the characters, and you admired everything about that show, and it really like affected your personality in a positive way or built your personality. So it could be something like that, or something like old music you used to listen to, just old themes around growing up that really made a mark on your personality, and like made you who you are. This new moon could be bringing those up to integrate back into your personality and really make it visible when you make it visible for your personality, make it visible in your appearance. And then we have Leo rising. This new moon is happening in your 12th house of your subconscious. And this is your subconscious, it's the dream realm. And this new moon is going to be really, I truly believe, it's going to be bringing up dreams. Like, you will wake up and have a dream and say, this was something that happened in my childhood. This is something that I grew up with. Like, it's going to be bringing about dreams about past people, past situations, and about your past childhood and past home. So it could feel like, because it's working with your subconscious, it could feel like patterns are coming up right now to be rewritten, or patterns can be coming up right now to help you navigate processing past experiences, and or rewriting how you talk to yourself, um, how you like are programmed on a deep level. So your subconscious, your thoughts, things that are hidden, that are directly related to your home life, your childhood, how you grew up, are going to be coming up right now. And any any lunar phase that happens in the 12th house is going to feel very deep and symbolic. Um, so I really encourage you to have some downtime, rest time. If you feel called to sleep more, go ahead and get your rest, because when you have any lunar activity in your 12th house, it's truly a time to, it feels like a spiritual reset. So with this Cancer new moon, it could feel that way, and really take the intention of starting something new to reset your spiritual realm, your dream realm, your subconscious realm. So next we have Virgo rising. This new moon's going to happen in your 11th house of friend groups, communities, networking, and um, dreams that you have for yourself. So this new moon, I think, could actually be bringing up past friend groups, past networking groups, past communities that you really resonated with or were a part of. It's bringing up like a familial element to it. Maybe past friends that you grew up in childhood, you're having a time to reminisce with each other. Maybe there was a community or a group that you're a part of in your childhood years that, everyone's bringing coming back together, and instantly I just thought of like high school reunion could be a thing right now for Virgo risings. It's about connecting with past groups of people and having a time to reminisce or check back in with each other. So I think this could be fun. I think it could also be bring up a little bit of maybe past drama in those groups of people. But this new moon's a good time to to either revisit that drama and clear it out, or to just revisit people and groups from the past and like get together and reminisce. And then we have Libra Rising, Libra Rising. So Libra Rising, this is happening in your 10th house of reputation, of career, and of what the outside world sees you as. So this Cancer new moon could be bringing up old careers. I'm trying to think of um it could be bringing up old and like not just like jobs, not jobs, just like a steady career. It could bring up careers of the past, ways that you wanted to build your life. I think this could be a really this could be like a really good new moon to work with when you are revisiting career paths that you took, career paths that you did not take. And maybe this could be a pivot moment for you. There could have been a moment where you kind of got your feet wet in a career path but never fully jumped in. This could be a moment to totally revisit that and to really make a big pivot in your career. I think that's a cool opportunity for you, Libra Risings. And because this deals with your reputation and how you come off to the world, um, this could be a big like pivot moment in how people see you. Maybe people used to see you as super focused on your career or really dedicated to career, and then maybe now you are taking a little bit more of a relaxed like approach to your career. I It really is about revisiting old career paths or refining a career path that you have and really doubling down on what you're doing now. So use this new moon in Cancer to set a new intention. If you want to start something new and pivot a career, go ahead and do that. If you want to get really like set on a career that you're currently in, um, do that as well. And just know that the past may be coming up to refine while you do that. And then we have Scorpio rising. This is happening, this Cancer new moon's happening in your ninth house of publication, of life philosophy, of higher education, and international travel. So this could be a fun one for Scorpio risings. Um, I believe that maybe there is a time in your childhood that you were always wanting to visit a place. Maybe you always wanted to visit Europe or a part in like Asia or wherever it may be. Maybe you wanted to travel internationally, and this may be a time for you to do that. And I feel like that's really special because it's very nostalgic if you were growing up saying like I always wanted to visit Spain. It's always been a dream of mine to go to Spain, or a dream of mine to backpack around Europe. This could be a moment where you're like you're making that happen for yourself, and it's really bringing a lot of joy to like your inner child. And speaking of or dealing with higher education, this could be you going back to school, maybe going back to college, um, or even investing into courses that are around education. So um, this could be bringing back like an element that you're very familiar with, whether you're going to the same college but you're getting a different degree, or maybe you're taking classes from the same teacher but it's a different subject. It's something of that sort. And I think for life philosophy, for Scorpio risings, this Cancer new moon could really be integrating your childhood into your life philosophy. Maybe you grew up a certain way and you really valued that. Maybe you valued how your parents parented you. Maybe you valued that you had freedom, or you valued that you were given, the opportunity to explore things that sparked your interest. Or maybe you valued that family was a huge part of your upbringing. You could be integrating during this Cancer new moon the values of family into your life philosophy. So this is you being really aware that you loved how you grew up, so you're going to raise your kids that same way. Or you loved how you grew up and it's allowing you to excel in other areas of your life. So family could be a really big part of your life philosophy. And we have Sagittarius Risings next. Sagittarius Risings, this is happening in your 8th house of death and rebirth, metaphorically, transformation, um, marriage, and income that you earn from other people. This new moon in Cancer, this could be inheritance from a maternal figure, or your mother, or like the maternal line in your family. You could be, let's see, you could also be, I'm blanking just a little bit. Oh, wowie, I was on a roll too. Okay, death, rebirth, transformation, earned in or income earned from other people. So yeah, I think inheritance could be a really big focus right now. Inheritance from a mother or the maternal line in your family. Um, you could also be really transformed by, you could be really like dissecting your childhood, how you grew up, how you were raised, where you grew up. You could also really, I think, be like doing a deep dive in your family lineage. Um, I think you could be trying to get to the root of something, trying to like maybe like dissect or build a family tree, get to the root of where ancestors are. I think it's really going to be a deep awareness of where you come from and really trying to like, yeah, get to the root of it. Um, I think also, if any of you are married, this may be a new opportunity or new time where you are earning income from that marriage. Um, and in terms of death and rebirth, this could be a new moon to work with when you want to integrate your past into your new death and rebirth cycle. Maybe you've done a lot of shadow work, of around your childhood and how you grew up. Maybe you've done a lot of therapy and you've been really working through all that it is that you want to work through in order to make yourself, into the best version of yourself. This new moon could be a really good connecting point with your past and how you grew up and the work you're doing now to become your best self. And I think of therapy. I feel like this could be a really good time where therapy is clicking, because when you do go to therapy and you work through your issues, it's about getting to the root, which is 8th house themes, but childhood is such a big part, or can be such a big part when we're in therapy. So that's the Cancer influence. um, so I think that's what you can expect for this new moon in Cancer. It's going to be deep, but it's going to be a really good time to set new intentions around understanding your childhood. Okay, now we have Capricorn Rising. Capricorn Rising, this is happening in your 7th house of relationships. So these are one-on-one relationships. It's platonic, It's business and it's also romantic. So these are the relationships that you are in with one person. And I think this could be, maybe you are dating someone from the past. Maybe you are um, like being like there's a rekindling of a relationship with someone from your childhood, and it doesn't have to be romantic. It could be about connecting with one, like your childhood best friend or someone you grew up with. It could also be about maybe working with an old boss that you've worked with in the past, and maybe you're at the same company, but now you are reunited with an old boss that you used to work with, or maybe now you moved to a different company and you're reunited with the old boss um, that worked at a different company. I don't know. It's going to be something of that sort. So, working with people from the past, being reunited with people from the past, from romantic, platonic, and business relationships. And I think this new moon, the childhood aspect, it's like you knew this person from growing up, you knew them from your childhood, you knew them from someone in your family. There's like a familial and a familiar aspect to this. And I think that's going to be really imperative with this relationship. And I think it could potentially be a long lasting relationship as well. Aquarius risings, this new moon is happening in your sixth house of health, of routines, and of coworkers and people that you serve on a day-to-day basis, or people that you're surrounded with on a day-to-day basis. So this new moon could be bringing up um, old ways that you used to take care of your health. So maybe you used to go to the gym, maybe you used to swim, you used to hike, whatever it may be. You could be revisiting old ways that you took care of your health, maybe in your childhood or just when you're growing up, and be integrating that into what you're doing now. Um, you may find that you had old routines that you did when you're a child or when you're growing up, or old routines that were surrounded around family that are coming back to be revisited and integrate now. So, one other, there could be a potential for a new job, a new job, a new opportunity to work with people from the past. Maybe it's people that you grew up with, or maybe it's a company that you used to work for. That could be another theme that's coming up for this new moon. And for Pisces risings, this is happening in your fifth house of fun, of hobbies, of play. It's happening in your fifth house of children as well. And I think this is a really good indicator, a potential indicator of becoming a mom. Cancer rules over mothers and maternal figures. And when Cancer is in your fifth house, a Cancer new moon in your fifth house um, of kids, this could be a time where you may become a mom. And this could be after trying multiple times. I think this could be a potentially really exciting time for you. And for Pisces risings, this could also be about old hobbies, old things that you used to do that you really enjoyed, um, and old ways of play that are coming up that you're integrating into your life now. Maybe in your childhood you used to always go camping. Maybe you used to always go on a road trip with your family, and maybe your family's doing that again. Or maybe you're remembering how much fun you had during those times, and you're going to integrate it into your life now, whether it's with your family or just something that you do that you really enjoy and that is nostalgic. So that is the Cancer new moon for all of the signs. Thank you so much for listening. I'm really excited to get back to my YouTube channel, and I will see you next time. Take care.